Welcome to Heart Flutter Podcast, where the heart speaks. Here we share stories about love, emotions, and the little but meaningful things in life. Have you ever loved someone without being able to find any specific reason? Not because they are beautiful, not because they are talented, nor because they bring you anything great. Simply, your heart is drawn to them. That feeling is strange, right? But there are also times when we love someone for a very clear reason, because of their gentleness, because their smile makes us feel at peace, or because they understand us better than anyone else. So, does love really need a reason? Without a reason, can that love last? And if love is only based on a reason, is it really true love? In life, we often hear beautiful fairy tale love stories, where two people love each other unconditionally, regardless of circumstances, regardless of differences. But there are also more realistic stories, where love is bound by conditions, by circumstances, by some reason that the people involved do not dare to break. Today, we will explore together a topic that everyone has probably thought about. Does love need a reason? Let's listen, think, and try to answer this question in your own way. Have you ever heard someone say, "I love him because he cares for me," or "I love her because she makes me feel special"? These reasons may sound reasonable, but do they unintentionally become conditions for love? Just imagine, if one day that person no longer cares for you as before, will your love change? If one day she no longer makes you feel special, what will happen to your feelings? Many people enter a relationship with a clear reason, but over time, that reason becomes an invisible condition. We expect the other person to continue to maintain the things that made us fall in love with them in the first place. If not, the feelings can falter. This is when love is no longer a natural emotion, but a conditional exchange. The question is, can true love exist without conditions? Or do we always love for something, whether we realize it or not? Let's look at a familiar story. A girl loves a guy because of his sense of humor. Every day he makes her laugh, feel happy and comfortable. But then, as time goes by, the pressure of work and life makes him not as cheerful as before. He no longer has enough energy to joke, no longer brings laughter like the first day. And then, she begins to feel her feelings change. So, does she love him, or does she love his sense of humor? If her love depends on that, can it be called unconditional love? Many people still believe in unconditional love, but the truth is, most of us have certain expectations when we love. It's just that sometimes we don't realize that the things we love in the other person are also the things we demand them to keep forever. Do you think love is a pure emotion, or is it a rational decision? Many people believe that love is an emotional thing. You meet someone, your heart beats faster, you feel happy, and you fall in love. But if it is based on emotions alone, will love last? Think about couples who have been together for decades. Is their love still as passionate as the first day, or did they fall in love because they chose to love? There is a saying that goes like this: you can love someone with emotions, but to maintain love, you need reason. Why? Because emotions change over time, but a decision can be reinforced every day. Imagine you love someone because of their romance. Every day there are flowers, sweet messages, loving words. But if one day they stop doing those things, will your love fade? On the contrary, there are people who choose to love someone even though they don't feel too strongly at first. But over time, companionship, understanding, and commitment make them more attached to each other. So in the end, is love based on temporary emotions or on long-term decisions? Do we love someone just because our heart tells us to love, or because we choose to love even when the emotions are no longer as strong as at first? The answer may be different for each person, but one thing is certain: love can start from emotions, but to last, it also needs reason to preserve it. Do you remember the feeling when you first fell in love? Your heart beat faster when you received a text from that person. your unconscious smile when you thought of them, the exciting dates. But as time goes by, is that feeling still intact? Many people fear that the moment when love is no longer the same as it was in the beginning. They ask themselves, do I still love that person? Or does that person still love me like before? But the important thing is, love is not always as bright as when it first started. Love is like a fire. At first, it burns strongly, but over time, that fire will subside. That doesn't mean it's gone. It just means it's moving to a different state, more stable, deeper. Look at couples who have been together for many years. Maybe they don't text each other every morning or give each other surprise gifts like before, but instead, they do small but meaningful actions. A cup of coffee in the morning, a reminder when going to work, a gentle hug when tired. Those are the things that keep love lasting. But there are also people who, when they see that love is no longer the same as before, choose to leave. They think that love has ended, but in fact, it is just another stage of love that they are not ready to accept. So, when love is no longer as intense as before, what will you do? Choose to give up or choose to continue to cultivate? Because sometimes, love does not disappear. It is just changing shape. So, in the end, does love need a reason? Does every love start with a reason? Or is there love that is simply an inexplicable vibration? And if love is conditional, is it possible to have unconditional love? The answer will probably be different for everyone. Each of us has our own way of loving and perceiving love. But whether you believe in love with a reason or not, the most important thing is how you feel and cherish the feelings you have. I would love to hear your opinion. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. Do you believe in unconditional love? And have you ever loved someone without being able to explain it? If you like this podcast, don't forget to support me, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next episodes. In the upcoming videos, we will explore many other interesting topics about love, emotions, and the little things that make happiness. If you have a question or a topic you want me to discuss, please comment below. Thanks for listening. See you in the next episode of the Heart Flutter Podcast.